Joining me right now is former acting Department of Homeland Security Secretary and Executive Director of the America First Policy Institute, Chad Wolf. Chad, thanks very much for being here. I know that you're expecting a surge of migrants once Title 42 goes away. What can you tell us?
Well, I'm on the ground here in El Paso, have been for a couple of days now, and I think we're starting to see, not only before Title 42 is lifted, you're seeing a surge and an influx of more and more migrants. And so after Title 42 is lifted at midnight tonight, I think you're going to see even more, and there's largely going to be single adults and largely going to be male. Those are the individuals that have been returned under Title 42, and the administration will no longer have that option. They will be released into American communities because of the strategy that's been employed over the last 27 months just simply hasn't been working. And unfortunately, they've doubled down on it.
Yeah. President Trump was talking about legal immigration versus illegal migration last night in that town hall. What is your sense of why we haven't been able to see a legal immigration policy changes so far? I mean, you know, the Republicans have the border bill as their second most important bill, the H.R. 2.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I think looking at and reforming our legal pathways, legal immigration system is really important. But until you get the border under control and you secure that border, that's a very difficult and hard debate to do. There's no reason to talk about H-1B visas and H-2A visas if you can simply walk across the border and get a work permit a couple of months later and be unvetted. So you really need to secure that border. You need to bring some order out of the chaos, and then perhaps we can have that larger legal immigration debate.
Well, the administration is allowing all Border Patrol sectors to mass release migrants if the non-governmental organizations are at overcapacity. So migrants are going to be released at bus stops, at gas stations, at supermarkets. Here's DHS Secretary Mayorkas defending this plan. Watch.
When we release individuals, we release them on conditions. The vast majority will be addressed in our Border Patrol facilities and our ICE detention facilities.
Is that not a message that the border is open then to migrants?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely not.
It's a challenge or a crisis?
We call it a crisis now.
Secretary, your thoughts?
Well, there's so much there. A couple of points. One is if you're mass releasing migrants onto the streets with a notice to report, not to appear, but to report to your local ICE office, wherever you go, that is the definition of the crisis. So the Secretary continues not to be honest with the American people. What he also said, maybe not in that clip, but what he also said is we are also removing individuals. We will locate them and we remove them, which is not accurate. That is a lie. They are removing less and less, perhaps the lowest that the department has ever removed under this administration. So there's just so many factual inaccuracies on what he is saying and telling the American people. It's hard to keep straight, frankly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to get a sense of what this means for American families. I mean, Customs and Border Protection encountered more than 10,000 migrants just in a day this week. 10,000 in one day. There are nearly 30,000 migrants in CPB custody right now. And the Wall Street Journal editorial board writes this: Joe Biden's immigration calamity. This is what failure looks like, Secretary. So what do you think the impact is going to be once we see these migrants get released into the country in various cities? Tell me how things change for American families.
Well, absolutely. I think what we're seeing, not only along the border, as we say, every community in the country is a border community, because what comes across the border with regards to human trafficking and the fentanyl crisis and other illegal narcotics does not stay here on the border, goes into every community. So you're going to continue to see more individuals and more drugs and more fentanyl into your communities because the border remains open. So what does this do to public education systems? When you have over 360,000 children, unaccompanied children coming into the United States, they go into public education systems, and public safety systems are stretched beyond the means. So this has real world impacts that you may not see today, but are certainly there over the next year or several years.
Yeah, and there's also a cost to this, right, Chad? I mean, that's the other thing, because the migrants are getting lots of free stuff. How much does that cost taxpayers who ultimately foot the bill?
Well, it costs them millions. I was on the ground with Texas DPS yesterday getting a briefing, and he basically said the migrants that are coming over now are very different than what they saw several years ago. Several years ago, migrants were happy to be in the United States. They were happy to assimilate. They were holding the American flag. That's not what you see today.
Yeah.
He said we actually see migrants that feel entitled. They're looking for that handout, and they're looking for those benefits from the American people.
Wow.
So it's a sad piece what we're seeing today.
Well, no wonder we have debt of almost $32 trillion right now. Chris, you jump in.
Secretary, former President Donald Trump last night said there were going to be upwards of 15 million people crossing the border. What do you think of this assessment and that number? It's really staggering.
Well, it's a high number, and it's very difficult to ascertain exactly how many because there's a large number of gotaways of individuals. Just last month, 55,000 gotaways came into the United States, and those are just like the known gotaways, right? And so there's also a number out there that we don't have radar feeds and camera feeds on. And so it's very difficult to ascertain, but that's the issue, and that's the problem. And the Department of Homeland Security cannot tell you either. And they're the ones in charge of the border. And I think it's just sad that you hear the president and the secretary say that there's going to be chaos. It's almost as though they're bystanders in this instead of active participants in trying to solve the crisis.
Yeah, it's a good point. They do appear like bystanders. Chad, thanks very much. We will be watching, of course. You were there in El Paso, and we will check back. Chad Wolf joining us this morning. Thank you, sir.